My beloved listener, I come to you today with a message that carries the gentle whispers of your guardian angels, a divine communication that speaks directly to the depths of your heart and soul. The celestial realm has been watching over you with profound love and care, and they have entrusted me to share with you a message of extraordinary significance concerning the sacred bonds of relationship that are preparing to unfold in your immediate future. There exists in your life at this very moment someone whose presence has perhaps become mysteriously distant, someone whose behavior may have left you questioning and wondering about the nature of your connection. This person, dear one, is not pulling away from you out of indifference or lack of care. Rather, they are deliberately creating space between you both, and this action stems from a place of deep internal conflict and profound emotional complexity that they are currently navigating within their own heart and mind. Your guardian angels want you to understand that this individual is experiencing what can only be described as a sacred wrestling within their soul. They are grappling with mixed feelings, not about you as a person, but about the magnitude of the role they desperately wish to play in your life. This is not a rejection of you, but rather a reflection of their own internal struggle with the intensity of their feelings and their uncertainty about how to honor what they feel called to become in your life. The angels speak of a universal truth that touches every human heart. There inevitably comes a season in each person's life when they pause to examine their journey, to look deeply into the mirror of their existence and evaluate the path they have been walking. During these profound moments of self-reflection, they begin to question everything they have been doing, comparing their current reality to their deepest dreams and aspirations. This internal evaluation leads them to one of two possible outcomes. Either they become powerfully motivated to pursue their dreams with renewed vigor and determination, or they find themselves overwhelmed with disappointment and frustration at their own perceived failures and missed opportunities. In this particular situation, the person who has been occupying your thoughts is currently standing at this very crossroads of self-examination. They are deeply contemplating their role in your life, and they are experiencing genuine anguish and regret that they did not take decisive action sooner. The distance they have created is not born of coldness or lack of love, but rather from an overwhelming sense of missed timing and lost opportunities that haunts their every waking moment. I want you to truly understand this profound truth. Someone in your life is currently maintaining this distance from you precisely because they are secretly harboring a deep and burning desire to play a significantly more important and meaningful role in your life. They are not avoiding you because they care less, but because they care so much more than they ever imagined possible, and this intensity of feeling has caught them completely off guard. We have all experienced those peculiar emotional states where we find ourselves in an inexplicable mood, where we are not necessarily angry or upset in the traditional sense, but we feel unsettled and prefer solitude to work through our internal complexities. This person finds themselves in exactly such a state. They are not angry with you, nor are they frustrated by your presence in their life. Instead, they are grappling with intense disappointment in themselves, wrestling with their own perceived inadequacies and fears, and they recognize that this is internal work that must be done in solitude. Because their internal struggle is so deeply connected to you and their feelings for you, they have made the conscious decision to limit their interactions with you during this period of self-examination and emotional processing. This decision, while perhaps painful for you to experience, actually comes from a place of deep love and respect. They love you with such profound intensity that they want to ensure they can offer you the very best version of themselves when they finally find the courage to step forward. The truth that your guardian angels want you to understand is beautifully simple yet powerfully complex. This person loves you. They love you with a depth and intensity that perhaps even surprises them. They love you enough to want to play a major, significant, and transformative role in your life. But they are currently paralyzed by their own uncertainty about how to bridge the gap between where they are now and where they dream of being with you. They find themselves in a state of emotional paralysis, unsure of how to break through the invisible barriers that seem to have formed between you, even if you have maintained what appears to be a close relationship on the surface. They are consumed by a profound fear of rejection, a terror so deep that it affects their ability to take even the smallest step toward vulnerability with you. This fear is not necessarily based on anything you have said or done, but rather on their own internal insecurities and the magnitude of what they hope to build with you. At this moment, they are in a period of what can only be described as sacred waiting. They are biding their time, gathering their courage, and preparing themselves for what they hope will be a pivotal moment in both of your lives. This process may take considerable time, and your patience during this season will be a gift not only to them, but to the divine timing that is orchestrating this entire situation. You may find yourself curious about the identity of this person, and this curiosity is completely natural and understandable. However, considering that they are likely to spend an extended period maintaining this emotional distance, discovering their identity may prove to be quite challenging. They will not ignore you completely or be rude when you speak their name, but you may notice a subtle shift in their demeanor, a slight emotional distance that was not present before. It is important to remember that people can exhibit emotional distance for many reasons, and moods can fluctuate based on countless factors in their lives. Even if you feel confident that you have identified this person, there is always the possibility that you may be mistaken, as the signs can be subtle and easily misinterpreted. Therefore, the wisest approach is to remain open and relaxed, allowing this situation to unfold naturally without forcing or rushing the process. For those who find comfort and guidance in the signs and synchronicities that the universe provides, your guardian angels want you to know that several meaningful signs are preparing to manifest in your life. These signs will serve as divine indicators of this person's readiness to finally step forward and reveal their true feelings to you. One of the most significant signs will involve someone close to you expressing interest in or actually acquiring a pet, most likely a cat or dog, though it could be any companion animal that brings joy and comfort into a home. This seemingly simple event will carry deeper significance as a symbol of nurturing commitment and the desire to care for another living being. Additionally, you may find yourself needing to travel quieter, less familiar routes for a specific errand or responsibility in the coming weeks. During one of these journeys, you will encounter a billboard or advertisement that will capture your attention in an unusually profound way. The message on this billboard will resonate so deeply with your current situation that you will find yourself contemplating its meaning throughout the entire day, recognizing it as a divine communication meant specifically for you. Numbers, those sacred mathematical symbols that carry divine frequency and meaning, will also play a significant role in the signs coming your way. You will begin to notice repeating number patterns with increasing frequency, sequences that seem to appear everywhere you look, from digital clocks to license plates to receipts and addresses. These numerical synchronicities will serve as gentle reminders from the universe that you are being divinely guided and protected. If you find yourself naturally drawn to seeking meaning in signs and synchronicities, this is a beautiful gift that will serve you well during this time. However, if you are not typically inclined to look deeply into such phenomena, this may be an ideal time to cultivate greater awareness of the subtle ways the universe communicates with us. The divine realm uses signs as a loving way to remind us that we are never alone, that we are being watched over with infinite care, and that everything in our lives is unfolding according to a perfect divine plan. These signs serve multiple purposes in our spiritual journey. They help us maintain emotional balance during times of uncertainty. They encourage us to maintain a positive and hopeful disposition even when circumstances seem unclear. And they remind us that we are active participants in a grand cosmic story that is far more beautiful and meaningful than we can fully comprehend. If you prefer not to focus too intently on signs and synchronicities, there is absolutely no need for concern or worry. Simply hold in your heart the knowledge that your guardian angels are continuously watching over you, that they are actively working behind the scenes to ensure that your highest good is always being served, and that they will never allow anything to come into your life that is not ultimately for your benefit and growth. The potential for a new relationship is definitely on the horizon, and with it comes the promise of wholesome, positive changes that will enhance every aspect of your life. This is not just any ordinary relationship possibility, but rather the beginning of something truly extraordinary and transformative. Now that we have explored the significance of signs and the importance of maintaining a peaceful heart during this time of waiting, let us turn our attention to the beautiful potential for a romantic relationship that is preparing to blossom in your near future. The person who has been occupying your thoughts and maintaining this emotional distance is seriously considering the possibility of a romantic bond with you, and this consideration is not casual or superficial, but rather deep and profound. This is genuinely a cause for celebration, dear one, because this person is not someone who approaches life or relationships carelessly or without serious thought. They are someone who actively pursues prosperity and success in all areas of their life, someone who thinks carefully about their future and makes deliberate choices designed to create the life they truly want to live. The fact that they are contemplating a future with you indicates that they see in you someone worthy of their deepest dreams and highest aspirations. They would not be investing this much emotional energy in considering a relationship with you if they were not someone who takes their future seriously and wants to build something meaningful and lasting. This person is someone who actively pursues wealth and success, not from a place of greed or materialism, but from a healthy desire to create security and abundance for themselves and those they love. They are willing to work hard to achieve their goals, and they possess the determination and work ethic necessary to turn their dreams into reality. Most importantly, they are willing to go the extra mile for you. This willingness to invest additional effort and energy into your happiness and well-being is the universe's way of rewarding you for your own hard work, kindness, and positive energy that you have consistently put out into the world. You may find yourself feeling somewhat anxious or concerned about the prospect of a potentially serious relationship, and these feelings are completely normal and understandable. Relationships do bring transformative changes into our lives, and change, even positive change, can feel overwhelming at times. Entering into a significant relationship means that you will need to expand your sense of responsibility beyond just caring for yourself. You will need to learn how to nurture and maintain a partnership, how to balance your own needs with the needs of another person, and how to create mutual happiness and fulfillment. This represents a completely new way of living, especially for those who have never experienced a truly deep and committed relationship before. If this would be your first experience with a serious, committed relationship, then you are truly in for an extraordinary treat. The universe has been preparing something so special for you that you will find yourself completely fulfilled and satisfied in ways you never imagined possible. The opportunity to have your first relationship also be your last relationship is genuinely incredible and speaks to the divine perfection of the timing and circumstances surrounding this situation. However, if you find yourself genuinely worried that you might reject this person out of fear or uncertainty, please know that this is perfectly acceptable and understandable. This person is willing to wait for you to process your feelings and come to a decision that feels right for your heart and soul. They understand that matters of the heart cannot be rushed, and they are prepared to honor whatever timeline feels most comfortable for you. It is important not to rush this process, as both of you benefit from taking things slowly and allowing the relationship to develop naturally and organically. This patience and respect for divine timing is actually a sign of the maturity and depth of feeling that this person brings to the situation. It should come as no surprise that you are surrounded by extraordinary good fortune during this time, as this is likely the luckiest and most blessed period you have ever experienced in your life. However, with great blessings come great responsibilities, and it is important to understand that your ability to receive these divine gifts depends largely on your own actions and choices. If you want to continue receiving the abundant blessings that the universe is preparing to shower upon you, the most effective way to ensure this flow of good fortune is to consistently demonstrate kindness, empathy, and compassion toward all the people in your life. When we give love freely and generously, we create a positive energy that attracts even more love and blessings back to us. As I prepare to close this sacred message, I want to offer a prayer of blessing and guidance for you. Beloved Divine Source, we come before you with humble hearts, seeking your infinite wisdom and guidance as we navigate the beautiful complexities of significant relationships and deep emotional connections. Grant us the wisdom to understand the hidden meanings behind the actions of others, the patience to allow divine timing to unfold perfectly, and the understanding to recognize when someone is struggling with their own fears and insecurities. Help us to recognize and interpret the signs and messages that you continuously send our way, reminding us always of your constant presence and unwavering care for our well-being. Give us the strength and courage to embrace the transformative changes that love brings into our lives, and help us to accept gracefully the responsibilities that come with deep and meaningful relationships. We ask for your blessings upon this person who is currently wrestling with their feelings and their fears. Grant them the courage to step forward when the time is right, and help them to trust in the love and acceptance that awaits them. Strengthen our hearts to remain open and receptive to the love that is preparing to enter our lives, and help us to trust in your perfect timing and divine orchestration of all things. With hearts full of gratitude, we place our trust completely in your abundant blessings and infinite love, knowing with absolute certainty that you are leading us toward a future filled with love, happiness, and complete fulfillment. Amen. Your guardian angels want you to know that they are extraordinarily proud of the person you have become, of the growth you have experienced, and of the love and kindness you consistently show to others. They want you to remember that the universe stands ready to rain down every conceivable blessing upon you if you continue to take time to help and support the people in your life. Type "free" in the comments to claim this message and all the beautiful blessings that it contains for your own life and future.